Shalom, shalom, everybody. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing? This is quite a impromptu video. I really was not even in the mood to do a live today. I was not in the mood to do a live today, but I don't know. Something came over me, and I wanted to do this live. So I'll just wait until a couple of people come on in the room. Come on in the room. All right. So this topic here, hopefully it's not going to be a long one. I have discussed this topic on this channel before, and I'm not going to assume that everyone watches every video that I make, and there are new people that are constantly subscribing to this channel. So as they subscribe, they might not see the old videos that I did. So this is a topic that I want to revisit based on the conversation that I've been having with both the woman and their husband as well. And so this really needs to be talked about a lot. All right. Yeah. So come on in the room, guys. Come on in the room. If you're in the room, just say hello. Say hello if you're in the room. Say hello. Let me share this live. Say hello if you're in the room. Whoops. Let me share the live. YouTube is really acting crazy. You don't see what's going on. I don't know, guys. Listen, if stuff start going crazy here today, it's because YouTube has been acting really, really, I don't know. They've been doing a lot of nonsense lately. Yeah. YouTube don't want these type of things here. And one of the reasons for that is, channel like this doesn't have a large following because most people are not interested in health. And the few people that are interested in health, unfortunately, we might lose the channel because we're not a drama channel. We're not talking about drama. We're not talking about celebrities. We're not talking about Donald Trump and all this stuff. We're talking about our health and how to sustain ourselves. And so little small channel like this one is at risk for being taken away because not many of you guys are subscribing or interacting with channels like this, unfortunately. Okay, people like myself, I don't get paid to do this. Nobody donates to me on this channel. I've never gotten $1 of donation on this channel, I don't think. Maybe once, I think I think there was a sister in my camp to donate like $5 or something. But we don't. Nobody donates. Nobody hit the super chat or anything. And I continue to do what I do because I have a zeal to help my people. Shalom, sister Lexi and Lavita. Shalom, shalom. How you guys doing? But I don't get pay. You know what I mean? No one pays me to do what I do. I just do it because I don't know. The Most High put a spirit on me to do it. But unfortunately, the channel, I think we have maybe about 6,000 subscriber here. And so what YouTube is doing is they're taking away small channels like this one here because we don't have a lot of followers. And we're talking about, we're anti their vaccination and anti their pharmaceutical nonsense, and so on and so forth. So we're not relevant. We're not considered to be relevant. And unfortunately, we don't get a lot of support from our community. A lot of Black folks might watch the channel and don't even hit the like button or, don't even hit the subscribe button. You know what I mean? They just watch it for 5 minutes and they move on. So most of our people are really not interested in health. So it's like sometimes you kind of wonder, why do you even bother sometimes? I'm not going to lie to you guys. Sometimes I sit here and I wonder, why do I even bother? But I am motivated by the phone calls that I get privately, when I'm not online, when I'm not on Facebook, or on this channel. I'm motivated by the phone calls, by the emails, by the, the inboxes that I get from people. The babies are sick, you know, grandma is sick, my husband is sick, my wife is sick, my aunt is sick, my mother is sick, my dad is sick. These are the emails, the messages, the phone calls I get every day, and that's what motivates me to continue, you know. But I don't get paid for it, and I'm not asking anybody for I'm not asking for pay, but it'd be nice if I get a lot more support from people who watch the channel. Maybe share the videos, share them. If you share the videos, other people might watch it, and other people might subscribe to the channel, and we might become a bigger channel. You know what I mean? Share the video. It only takes one little click to share this video. If you're watching and if you're getting any benefit from anything that I'm saying on this channel, it only takes a small little, just a click of a button to just share it with your community. Maybe share it on your page, or share it in a group that you're in. You know, just share the videos, and it might help someone. You know, people share the what do you call it? These CMOS videos that I do. You know, it's food. So I guess people are only into food. A lot of people share those CMOS videos, but anything else, you know what I mean? How to get rid of your PCOS, uterine fibroids, so on and so forth. People hardly share any of that stuff, you know? But anyway, so that's what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about PCOS. And even though I did a video, I think this is going to be the third video I did on this channel. And guys, if you're in the room, can you hit the like button? Just it only takes one little touch of the like button. Just hit the like button. That's it. You know, it allows other people to see the video and come on in the room. Okay, so just hit the like button if you're in here. Shalom, sister Sandra, sister Star. Shalom. How are you guys doing? Yesterday, if any of you guys are watching, yesterday ends the 30-day mucusless cleanse that we were on. Okay, we started on the 1st of November, and we ended on the last day of November, which happened to be yesterday. So if Shalom, brother Jamal Washington. Shalom. How are you? So welcome to the room, brother. So if any of you guys were on that 30-day cleanse, all right, I'm feeling good. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling good. But today we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that next week. So if any of you guys were on the hi, Sister Kelly. If any of you guys were on this cleanse and you want to get on the live stream with me next week, okay? I will be talking about the cleanse next week, all right? I'll be sharing my experience with this cleanse with you, because this was the first time I'm doing that cleanse. So if you guys did the cleanse and you want to get on here and, you know, get on the live with me and talk, tell me what the cleanse did for you, what happened. Even if it didn't do anything, just let us know what happened, you know? Okay, so we'll talk about that next Sunday, all right? Next Sunday, we're going to talk about the cleanse, the 30-day mucusless cleanse that we did. But today, I'm going to talk about a topic that I get a lot of questions about, And so I have a girlfriend. She lives in Jamaica. You guys know I'm from Jamaica. So this is a friend of mine that I've known since I was 14 years old, okay? And she's currently here in the United States. She's visiting for a short while. And I was on the phone with her a few days ago, and she expressed to me that she is struggling with uterine fibroids and PCOS. And it's so bad. I mean, when she told me this, I almost cried. I kid you not. It's so bad. She bleeds a lot, heavily, for weeks. She's in pain, so much pain that there are times when she literally just curl up in a corner and just scream. She's currently wearing some type of device that the doctor inserted into her, I guess to help with the bleeding a little. That's really not helping much. But so she's telling me her story, man, and that just really hit me. And so you can't really talk. There's only so much you can talk about this topic here because most Black women are suffering from this, you know. And so if there are any brothers in the room, you need to pay attention to this video because a lot of you guys have wives who are suffering from this. Okay, and just because you have uterine fibroids doesn't mean a woman can't have children. There are a lot of women who are suffering from fibroids and they still are able to give birth. Okay, so but if there are brothers in the room who are listening, pay attention, because if your wife is suffering from this, maybe she don't even know she have it. You know, that's why it's very good to go get your why the woman need to go get her little checkup, you know, every so often. Go to the doctor if you can. See a so-called Black, you know, gynecologist. Okay, because this is not a, it's not a secret that the medical system you know, neglect Black women. Okay, especially people of other races, doctors, medical staff of other races, they neglect the Black woman. And this is something that is coming from their mouth. They admit this. Okay, if you guys are in the group, in our group on Facebook, you will see that I literally just posted a video about that a couple of days ago, where there was a, I believe she's some Indian woman or whatever she was, I'm not sure, admitting that the medical system neglect Black women when Black women goes into the medical facilities. So this is not a this is not a you know, not a secret. Okay, so if you can, woman, when you go to the doctor, please see a so-called Black doctor. Okay, somebody one of our own who might care a little bit more about us. Okay, so yes, Sister Kelly, uterine fibroids, PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, right? Ovarian cysts. It's all connected. Okay, it's all connected. And I have over here a bunch of herbs that I'm going to show you guys in a minute that we're going to be using for that. Okay, so that's all connected to the to the endocrine system. The endocrine system. Okay, if you don't know what your endocrine system is, I am urging you to just Google what the endocrine system is. It is the system that helps the body to produce hormones. Okay, so yes, it's a hormonal problem. So what caused this problem in women? I'd say almost 100% of it. Almost 100% of it is caused by what we are putting in our mouth and swallowing and putting in the body. Yes. So what is causing the hormones to disrupt is the synthetic hormones, the synthetic estrogen that we are ingesting in our bodies, that are coming from the dairy, the milk, the cheese, that is coming from, there's synthetic estrogen that is coming from a lot of different places, guys. If you were ever on birth control, birth control is one of the biggest contributors of synthetic estrogen. It's filled with synthetic estrogen. So even if you were on it years ago, 10, 15 years ago, it doesn't matter. That stuff takes a long time to come out of the system. You see, so my girlfriend, what happened is years ago when she was a teenager, she was on birth control for years. I remember as a teenager, she was on birth control for years, up until in her late 20s, she was on birth control. And that, along with the diet, horrible diet. So you have the synthetic estrogen, which is the synthetic hormones that are coming from the birth control, right? And if you also having another illness and you're taking other medication, there's also synthetic estrogen that might be coming from other medication as well. And then you're having a horrible diet of milk and cheese and processed food and all the other and don't even mention all the plastic stuff that people put in the microwave, and all that plastic. So yeah, that's what we're. Listen, let me tell y'all something. The Black woman reproductive system is at risk with pretty much almost everything. Okay, so when somebody asks me, when I have a woman ask me, how long should I take the herbs for? It's like asking me, how long should I continue to put gas in my car, or how long should I continue to take my car to the mechanic and get a tune-up? You do that all the time because you need to be able to have a functioning car, right? So you need to be able to have a functioning body. So you have to continue. What did the Most High say in the scriptures? The herbs are given to us for meat. So you have to continue to take these herbs. They are for maintenance. There is no limit or a cutoff time to take herbs. You got to take the herbs, man. You got to take them. All right. So what are fibroids? Let me tell y'all something. Fibroids are obviously little growth, right? They're little growth. Sometimes they're small, sometimes they get big, but they are a growth that are filled with tissues and what is that thing? Muscle tissues and I believe blood, right? So they're muscles, tissues, and blood, and all of that is waste. There are muscles that the body try to get rid of. They are tissues that the body try to get rid of, and they are blood that the body try to get rid of. But somehow, because you have something else going on in the system that are preventing the body from getting rid of this waste, right? This waste form these little growth around the uterus, and they attaches themselves to the uterus. So what fibroids are just waste that's literally attached themselves to the uterus, and you got to get rid of it. Nobody wants to be walking around with waste in their body. So we got to get rid of all that waste. I have fibroids. I had them removed, had to have them removed. Yeah, sis. Yep. And you're right, Sister Tawana. It's no overnight miracle. I tell you that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yeah. Well, sis, if you can't find a black doctor, man, that's a tough one. I don't even know what to say about that. It's tough. The last time I saw a doctor, yeah, I made sure that a sister from the hospital recommended a black female doctor to me, and I was so happy for that. And hopefully I'm able to see her again. Yeah. So we're gonna go down the list of herbs. I don't have all of them in front of me here, but what I have in front of me here, I'm just gonna show them to you guys. Sister Chocolate City Girl says, when you have fibroid, it throw your menstrual cycle. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And so what's happening, especially to my friend, her whole menstrual cycle is completely thrown off. She's having her cycle for 2 weeks and more. Nobody has their cycle for 2 weeks and more, but she is, and I'm talking about, she can't even wear pads. I know this is a personal conversation, but we're trying to keep it real here today. She can't even wear pads. She's wearing what do you call that thing? Those adult things. Yeah, that's what she's wearing. Those adult sort of diaper type thing. Every month, that's what she has to wear because she's bleeding so badly. Anyway, she's here, and I'm glad she told me about this situation because I'm going to be helping her. She is leaving to go back to Jamaica in February, and hopefully by the time she leaves to go home, she'll be halfway feeling better, okay? Because I'm going to be helping her. Yes, so this will throw off your entire system, because when your endocrine system is disrupted, okay, your whole system is thrown off. And that's why, let me just keep it real. That's why you see a lot of sisters, right? That's why you see a lot of sisters behaving so manly. You know, their temperament, you know, they're so angry a lot of the times. They behave like men, you know what I mean? Always fussing and fighting and just behaving like the dude, you know what I mean? Their hormones are out of whack. It's off balance. You know, women are supposed to be soft and gentle and, you know, behave like a womanly, you know what I mean? You're not supposed to be rough and manly. And a lot of the times when you see these sisters running around acting so tough and rough and manly, we have to take a look at the hormones. The hormones is too much estrogen going on. You know, the body is off balance here. And we got to try and keep it real here today. All right. So brothers, you know, don't be afraid to have this talk with the wives, man. Okay? And the sisters can't be so hard-headed. Y'all got to listen too and take care of yourself. And there is no, you know, let me do this for two months and then I stop. You know, taking care of your health is a lifestyle, a lifetime commitment, not a temporary thing that you do for 3 months and then you stop. Okay? What you doing? Wow. Yeah, that's wow. Sister, what are you doing about that, Sister Tawana? That's not good. That's not good, sis. We're talking about it today. All right, we're going to talk about it today. So let's get to the herb. You know, I'm trying not to stay too long. So okay. So right here, hopefully you can see that. Right here, I have a herb here. This here. This is actually kind of like the fruit of the tree, right? This herb is called chase tree berries. These are the berries from the plant, from the tree, right? This is the main herb that should be taken when you are trying to fix uterine fibroids, PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is all the same thing, okay? It's all the same thing. Polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is PCOS, uterine fibroids, ovarian cysts, it's all connected. Okay, just in case I confuse you guys, it's all connected. It all has to do with the female reproductive system. When you are fixing it, this is your main herb right here. Okay, and this herb is called chase tree berries, which is the berries from the tree, right? From the chase tree. And it's called Vitex. It's chase tree berry or Vitex. Same thing, right? This is your main herb. This is it right here. Write it down, okay? I'm going to tell you guys where you can find the formula. There is a formula with this herb and a lot more, okay? So that's the first herb. And so I'm going to tell you guys what this herb does. This herb works to regulate the hormones. It works on the pituitary glands, okay? Hello? It works to regulate the hormones, all right? This is one of the main herb that is used to regulate your hormones, okay? For those of you with hormonal issues and going through all this crap here. PCOS. That's what it does. Regulate the hormone. It brings the hormones back into balance. That's what that herb does. Chase tree berries, aka Vitex. Okay, let's go down the list. Now, when a woman is having horrible period, which comes with PCOS and uterine fibroids, right? And she's bleeding. Usually when a woman is bleeding really bad and she's in pain, it means that she's having issues with circulation problem, okay? It means that the blood is not circulating properly, right? It's almost stagnant. which is a problem in itself, because that can lead to other big issues as well. Okay, so what this herb does, this right here, this herb is called Donqui root. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys. You can eat this raw. Now you can boil it. This is the root of the plant, right? You can eat it raw. Sometimes I do chew on it and eat it raw, or you can boil it. Doesn't matter. Okay. What this herb does is promote circulation in the woman's uterus. It promotes circulation in the woman's uterus. Okay, to help you to stop with all that pain and all that bleeding and stuff. Okay, all that discomfort. That's what Donqui root does. Helps to promote circulation in the body. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, let me show you another herb that does that as well. This right here. This herb is called Romania root. Now, this herb is already cooked. Okay, doesn't grow like this. They cooked it. So that's pretty much how I bought it. So Romania root does the same thing as Donqui root, and also you can also eat it. It's one of those herbs that you can eat if you want. Like you know, there are some roots that you can't eat because the body won't digest it, right? But these two herbs right here, you can pop them in your mouth and eat them if you want. If you don't want to, you can boil them, right? You can't eat too much of it because they're very strong, okay? Very strong. But I like to snack on them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna pop a couple of them in my mouth and snack on them, okay? So, Donqui root, Romania root. All right, they don't always come like this. The Romania root don't always come like this. Sometimes they come in powder form, or sometimes they smash them, and you might get them in smaller pieces. Okay. All right. So those are circulation, uterine circulation. What else I got? This herb here is called shepherd's purse, and this is. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. This herb here is this is what ancient herbalists used to use when women had menorrhagia. If you don't know what menorrhagia is, those of you who work in the medical field, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Menorrhagia is excessive bleeding. Excessive bleeding. That's a medical term, right? So this is one of the best herb to stop menorrhagia, aka excessive bleeding. So when you have a woman who is excessively bleeding every month on her period, this is one of the best herbs that she can use to slowly eliminate all that excessive bleeding in the body. Okay? Shepherd's purse. That's what it's called. And you know what's funny? I sell this herb on my website, and hardly any of y'all sisters buy this stuff. Hardly any of y'all buy it. You know what I mean? And I posted so much about this herb in the group on Facebook, and I really don't see nobody respond to it. And I'm like, and it's funny because I talk about these things. Nobody responds, right? But then I get the sisters in my inbox like, sis, my period is bad. And I'm like, y'all ain't paying attention. Y'all ain't really paying attention. Y'all are not paying attention. Because I can't tell you how many times I've been talking about this herb right here. This herb right here is going to help you with excessive bleeding. For those of you who are struggling every month with that heavy bleeding, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, whatever. Yes, shepherd's purse. That's what it's called. Shepherd's purse. And this is a part of a formula. If you guys don't know what a herbal formula is, a formula is a herb that's herbs, many different herbs that are put together in one package to treat an illness. Okay, so this is a part of a formula. All right, So if you guys want to get the formula, I'll tell you guys where to get it. Everything is already in the package. So you don't have to go running all over the place trying to find this and find that one and find that one. No, the formula has already have everything in there, including this, where you can just pick it up, buy it, and take it. Okay. All right. So that was shepherd's purse. Heavy bleeding. What else we got? Red. What do we have? Red raspberry. Is this a red? Oh, yeah. Yes. Red raspberry. There we go. This herb is called red raspberry leaves, and it's literally the leaves of the red raspberry tree. This is pretty much the only herb that I personally would recommend for a woman when she's pregnant. Okay. I don't really recommend, the sisters always come to me, sis, I'm pregnant. What do I need to take? What kind of herbs? Nope. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. This is the only herb that I would recommend to a pregnant woman when she's pregnant. Nothing else. Maybe a little peppermint or something like that. But anything other than this, no. Okay. This is the type of herb that helps to tonify the uterus. Okay. And helps the blood flow, help things relax and flowing. Right? Oh, for crap's sake. Oh, yeah, sis. Girl, you ain't. Listen, let me tell y'all something before I go on, right? I don't have PCOS, uterine fibroids, or any of that stuff. But y'all see how many of the stuff I have in the house? You should see how many of these herbs I have in the house. You know why I keep these stuff in the house? Because the sister ain't trying to get all that nonsense. I ain't trying to get it. See, I take these things for prevention. It's like putting gas in your car so you don't run out of gas. It's like getting a tune-up for your vehicle so your car don't break down. So that's why I have these herbs in my house. In case you're wondering, damn, where'd she get all this herb from? Yeah, I keep them in my house. So that way I can maintain my health, even though I don't have those problems. I ain't trying to get those problems. That's the whole point of taking this stuff, to prevent it. So for those of you mothers who have your daughters on birth control because the doctors lie to y'all and tell y'all that it's going to help her with her hormones and her period pain and all this nonsense, lies. What's that going to give her? That's going to give your daughter PCOS and uterine fibroids. That's what's going to get. It's going to do to your daughter. Get rid of all of that birth control that the doctors are giving to your daughters, man. Get rid of it. And start giving these things to your daughters. Okay? Once your daughters start having her period, she should be taking these herbs. I know I'm yelling at y'all because I'm trying to get y'all to listen. If you have a daughter in the house and she's on her period, she needs to be taking this herb. All these herbs that I'm trying to show you guys. Your teenage daughter who's on her period should be taking these herbs and not no goddamn birth control. These is her birth control right here. This is what's going to regulate her hormones and help her with her period, because the birth control is going to give her PCOS. Okay? So red that was red raspberry. Sorry. What else we got here? Let me see something. Red raspberry leaf help to balance the reproductive system. That's what I meant to say. I forgot to mention cinnamon bark and cinnamon leaves. Okay? Cinnamon bark and cinnamon leaves is also good for bleeding, okay, and promoting circulation in the body as well. These two things come from the same plant, okay? Cinnamon bark, cinnamon leaves, okay? Both of them helps with circulation and bleeding, okay? This should also go in the mix with those herbs as well. All right. And when you're having issues with, all that PCOS and uterine fibroid, it's very important that you have good circulation in the body. Okay. And you're not having issues with bleeding and so on and so forth. All right. I'm going to show you guys another herb here. And I think this is the last herb I have. This is one of the most important herbs that I'm going to show you guys tonight, other than the chase bird. This is one of the most important herbs that I'm going to show you. This herb here hopefully it doesn't spill. This herb here is called red clover. Red clover. This herb is a shrinking herb. What do I mean by that? This herb shrinks things in the body. It doesn't matter if you have uterine fibroids, ovarian cysts, cancer tumors, whatever you have growing in the body, anywhere in the body, this red clover is going to shrink it. This is what we call a shrinking herb. It has shrinking abilities, okay? This herb combined with everything else that I show you guys helps to shrink anything that's growing in the system. And everything combined is going to help to regulate the hormones, bring the body back into balance, stop all that nonsense with the bleeding and heavy bleeding and pain and period pain and all that crap. That's all going to be gone, okay? Once you combine all of this together. And then once you start adding this to the mix, this is going to start shrinking stuff, okay? And eliminating all the waste, which is those tumors, because tumors are waste in the body. The doctors don't tell people that. Tumors are waste tissues and blood in the body, right? That's what tumors are, just waste. And so what these type of herbs does is just slowly go into the body and eliminate all of those waste from the system, shrink them and move them out of the system. Red clover, that's what it does. Red clover. Do your research, guys. If y'all don't believe Sister Malika, do your research on red clover. One of the best shrinking herb. It shrinks things. People with tumor in their stomach or anywhere else. I'm talking about cancer tumor. A lot of cancer patients use this herb here, okay? Because it shrinks things. I think that's the last one I have there, okay? So all that herb combined is going to help you. But let me just say this, right? Let me say this. Don't think that you're just going to take this for 2, 3, 4 weeks and then you expect to see miracle. That's not how it works. It's not going to happen that way. If you are struggling with uterine fibroids, PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, ovarian cysts, it is your duty as a woman to change your entire lifestyle and start fresh. Start a new lifestyle. Get rid of the old. Out with the old, in with the new. Okay? You can't just take a couple of herbs a couple of times and then go right back to the nonsense and you expect to see miracle. That's not how it works. Let me tell y'all something. Years ago, my doctor told me I had a couple of cysts on my ovaries. Yes. Years ago. Years ago. Shalom. Oh, Master Herbalist Patrick Dove is in the house. Hey. All right. Years ago, I had a couple of small cysts on my ovaries, right? And I didn't just take a couple of herbs and miracle happened. No, what I did was I figured out what was causing those cysts to grow on my uterus. That's what I did. I figured it out. I did my research. I figured it out. And once I figured out what was causing me to get this these little cysts on my uterus, It was my diet. My diet was horrible. Y'all know, I told y'all the story years ago. My diet was horrible. I had asthma and all this nonsense, right? So I changed my diet, changed my lifestyle, change the things that I eat, okay? The things that I like to eat years ago, I don't eat those nonsense anymore. Dairy is non-existent in my diet. I don't eat dairy, no dairy at all, whether it's cheese, milk, yogurt, whatever, anything with dairy, I don't mess with, okay? I don't eat, let me tell y'all something. First of all, I'm not a vegan, okay? Y'all know I'm not a vegan. I do eat a little bit of fish every now and then, and what do you call that thing? Lamb. I eat a piece of lamb every now and then. That's pretty much the only thing that I would eat from an animal. I don't really like anything else. I don't mess with anything else. A little piece of lamb, I might throw a little piece of lamb chop in my soup every now and then, not all the time. And if I can get some fresh fish, I might have a little piece of fish, but that's pretty much it. But you know, I try not to mess with meat. Not even the lamb or the fish. I don't. Not all the time. Most of my diet comes from a plant, fresh plant. Okay, and most of my diet is liquid, soups and smoothies and sea moss and all my juicing, and y'all see what I eat. I post most of it all the time. Okay, so that's my diet. I change my diet, and there's a reason I have all these herbs in my kitchen. Okay, I take them all the time. I take them. I take all these herbs, man, all the time, because I'm not trying to get all this nonsense. I don't want to wake up bleeding for 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. I don't want to wake up and the doctor is putting something inside of me because, you know, I got some nonsense going on. I don't have time for that. I have a life to live. Okay? I mean, that's the whole point. I don't have time for that nonsense. So my message to you sisters today, and brothers, have a talk with the wives, okay? And sisters, take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. I mean, I had one sister who said to me, you know, I am subscribed to your channel, but I don't really watch the videos, sis. You know, can you help me? I'm like, what? How can I help you? How else can I help you? I don't live with you. We're not friends. I don't even know you. Okay. I put the message in these videos, and if you're not watching them, then I can't help you. I can't help you. This is the only way the Most I have put in front of me so I can help you with the videos that I'm doing. If you're not watching the videos, then I can't help you. So you know what I mean? I can't help you. If you're in the house, man, hit the like button. Come on, guys. Just hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you hit the like button, other sisters that are struggling with this problem, they're going to see this video pop up on their timeline on YouTube, and it might help them. Okay? That's why we ask you guys to hit the like button. I mean, we don't get paid for you hitting the like button. We don't. We're just asking you to hit the like button because we're trying to help other people. You know, we're trying to spread whatever information we're trying to give you guys. We're trying to help other people as well. So you hit the like button, the video tends to show up, you know, on the timeline. And if there's another sister that's going through this problem, she might see this video and it might help her. You know what I mean? Some other things that you might want to take if you're having this problem, you might want to get yourself some iron. Okay. Now, let me say this. Sea moss has a lot of iron. Do you guys see why I do this stuff? Do you guys see why I consume sea moss? Sea moss has a lot of iron. Okay. When you're losing all that blood from all that bleeding, that heavy bleeding, you need to be able to, you're losing a lot of iron, so you need to be able to put all that back in the system. Sea moss has a lot of iron. Magnesium. You know what has a lot of magnesium? Sea moss has a lot of magnesium. I gotta tell y'all guys, sea moss. Do you see why I do this? Listen, I'm very transparent. Whatever I do, I share with you guys. There's a reason why I know I sell CMOS. My sister does. A lot of you guys know that my sister sells CMOS, right? There's a reason we sell it, because we know that it's beneficial to you guys. That's why we sell it. We could have, listen to me. My sister and I have been we grow up with CMOS, right? I've been drinking CMOS for years. And I could have just went on drinking my CMOS and didn't give a rat's behind. But when people started asking us for it, I realized how beneficial it's going to be for not just us in my household, but for my sisters and brothers. So we made it available to you guys. But there's a reason why we drink it, because we know that it's beneficial. It has a lot of the stuff that your body is missing. Magnesium. CMOS is very high in magnesium, very high in selenium, very high in iron, vitamin C. Listen, man. Y'all can do your research. You don't have to listen to Sister Malika, but I'm telling you, okay? And instead of you going out and buying iron tablets, okay, which is not going to be any benefit to you, because these tablets, when you take them, they're hard, right? And take a long time to break down in your body, and by the time your body break it down, it's already, most of it is already gone. You know what I mean? You're not really getting much benefit, and a lot of them have a lot of filter, what do you call it, filters, rice bran, whatever they put in there. So they're really not much benefit to these supplements, a lot of these iron supplements that's out there. And they can be very hard on your stomach. CMOS has a lot of iron. CMOS has a lot of magnesium in it, and a lot of other good things that you're missing, especially for those of you women who are going through PCOS and you're losing a lot of your energy and a lot of your nutrients from your body because you're bleeding so much. Blood is life. The scripture says that. Your blood is your life. And when you're losing so much of it, you ever wonder why you're having anemia? You're anemic. A lot of you guys are eating ice and eating a lot of weird, strange things, right? Because you're losing a lot of blood, and you're not putting it back. You're not putting anything back to sustain your system. So I wonder why a lot of our women are suffering from depression and anxiety, man, because they're going through all this stuff and they don't know what to do. I know what to do. The first step to fixing PCOS is to cleanse the system. Okay? Do a cleanse. Okay? You can do a 3-day cleanse, a 15-day cleanse, a 30-day cleanse, however how many days you want to do your cleanse. A cleanse is needed. So I'm recommending, for those of you who are watching who've never, maybe you're struggling with PCOS and you want to begin cleaning up the system and start taking your herb, the first thing you need to do is to flush the system out. Okay? Flush it out. Take something that's going to flush out a lot of the waste that's already sitting in the body. Flush it out. And y'all know the one flush that I always recommend, because it works for a lot of people, is the gallbladder flush. It works. It works. Okay? Flush it out. And then you go on a little fast. Okay? And then you start eating right. You start eating the right food. Get rid of the processed food, the dairy, all that nonsense. And then you start taking the herbs, man. The herbs. Now, let me show you guys something here. Give me 1 second. 1 second, guys. All right, where was I? So I'm gonna share my screen. Give me 1 second. Screen share. There you go. Okay. Hopefully my computer cooperate with me. Can y'all see my screen? Hit the one button if you guys can see my screen. I don't know. Hit the one button if y'all can see what I'm sharing. Okay, if you can see what I'm sharing here, there is a formula. Okay, there's a formula on this website here. I'm going to scroll down. This is the website called Grassroot Botanicals here. I am going to scroll down. You're going to come to this website, and there is a tab that says herbs. Okay, it's going to take you to this page. Scroll down, and this right here, PCOS, fibroids, ovarian cysts, reproductive blend. I'm going to click on it. There it is again. PCOS, fibroids, ovarian cysts, reproductive blend. This herbal formula has all of these herbs that I just mentioned in front of me, okay? This herbal formula here. It has the chase tree berries, the red clover, the shepherd's purse, the red raspberry, all of the stuff that I have in front of me. Okay? This website here, Grassroot Botanicals. Go to the herbal section and scroll down. PCOS, fibroids, ovarian cysts, reproductive blend. All of that herbs is in there. Everything that I just mentioned in this, in front of me here, all of these herbs, every single one of them are in that formula there. All right. For those of you who, who don't want to run around and get this herb and that herb, every single one of these herbs are in that one formula. It's mixed already and ready to go. All right. And so that's pretty much what I'll be using to treat my friend. Okay. And she does need some other stuff. Well, she'll be needing some sea moss, which she has a lot of that back home in Jamaica. When she goes back home, I don't, she's good with that. But she does need that. So do you guys have any question for me before I go? Sandra Gonzalez, you said you need a link to order some. You mean some of these herbs, sis? Oh, that's the link I just showed you, that website, the Grassroot Botanicals. That's it right there. And the sea moss. Oh, I don't know if you're talking about the sea moss, but if you are, let me show you where the sea moss is. The sea moss is over here. Let me share my screen with you and show you where that sea moss is. Give me 1 second. So here's the sea moss. The name of this website is called JamaicaSeaMoss.com. It's very simple. JamaicaSeaMoss.com, and you're going to come here. This is the front page of the website. You're going to scroll down, and there's your sea moss right there. All right, that's where your sea moss is. JamaicaSeaMoss.com. You know what? Maybe I'll just put the maybe I'll put it in the chat there for y'all. I don't know if YouTube is going to allow me to do that. Jamaica. I'm trying to put that link in the chat, sis. Now, YouTube messes with people all the time. They don't allow you to post certain websites and all this stuff. But okay, so hopefully you guys could see that, JamaicaSeaMoss.com. And the other, I'm going to put the other link to the other website. Hopefully that goes through. Grassrootbotanicals.com. There you go. It's not normal to have the gluttony holidays and over. Yeah, well, sis, let me tell y'all something. I don't go around my family. I don't even go around my family, really. My family's in the world, and they whatever. You know what I mean? They think I'm crazy. They all think I'm crazy. But anyway, so I stay home. That's pretty much it. I stay home. I need you to pull the herbs together in a tea bag. Um, uh, uh, well, I do have on the Jamaica Seamore's website, I have something called a uterine blend. Let me see. Let me share my screen again, Sister Kelly. You said you need me to put all the herbs together in a tea bags. Hold on. Let me go back and share my screen because if I'm not mistaken, I think I have these herbs in tea bags already. Let me share my screen again. I'm going to go to the Jamaica Seamore's website, and I'm going to go to the Herbal tab here and scroll down. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe I have that herb. Let me see. Yep, here it is. It's called Woman Uterine Blend. I don't know. Maybe I need to change the name. Is that, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to change the name. This is the herb right here. This is it right here. It's called Woman's Uterine Blend. So I do have them on the website there. Shalom, brother. Halam. Shalom. How are you? Welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah, I do have them. But the other website have a little bit more herbs. And it, you know, it's a larger quantity. If you're, listen, the herbs that's on the Jamaica Seamore's website, the tea bags, right? Those are just for maintenance. If you are suffering from PCOS and fibroids and ovarian cysts and you're trying to treat it, you're going to need a formula, and you need to go on a protocol to fix that. You know, a couple of tea bags are not going to help you. So you really need to go on a protocol to fix that. All that heavy bleeding and discomfort and pain and, you know, all that stuff. I used to struggle with this years ago. And I'm talking about the monthly pain, the back pain, the stomach pain, the, you know, tender breast, the heavy bleeding, all of that nonsense I struggled with years ago. I don't have any of that crap anymore. I kid you not. I don't struggle with what do you call it? Premenstrual cycle. I don't struggle with any of that stuff anymore. I don't have that anymore. I don't have any back pain, no stomach pain, no this pain and that pain and discomfort. I don't have any of that nonsense anymore. Why? Why is that? I used to, as a teenager, all through my teenage years, all through my you know, through my 20s, I had that stuff, struggled with it for years. And once I educate myself and I came into the knowledge and I understand what was causing my problem, I fix it. That's what you do. You fix it. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is these things can be fixed. You don't have to struggle with this stuff. You don't. I'm a living testimony that you don't have to struggle with PCOS and uterine fibroids. You can get rid of it. But you have to want to. You have to be dedicated to healing your body. There's no reason to get up every day, every month, and buckling in pain and holding your stomach and all this nonsense. It's foolishness. Do you guys have any other question? Do you guys have any other question before I go? I'm just reading the comments. Also, yeah, so if you are doing the flush, if you're doing the cleanse, if you plan on doing the cleanse, my advice to you also is to get some acidophilus, some probiotics, okay? Get some probiotics as well. You need some probiotics. Also some flaxseed oil. I take flaxseed oil. I hate the taste of, you know, it's funny. I take all these bitter herbs I love bitter herbs. I take a lot of bitter herbs, and y'all know wormwood is one of the most bitter herb. Okay, and I take all these bitter herbs, but I don't know, something about flaxseed oil and black seed oil. It just makes me want to gag. But I do take them. I do take them. I mix them with stuff and I take them. But you know, you got to do what you got to do. Okay, flaxseed oil is very good for women who are also going through their you know, this type of stuff, PCOS. Get up in the morning and take a spoonful of flaxseed, or if you can't take it straight, you can mix it in your little juice and and chuck it down. All right. B complex. B vitamins are in sea moss, but you know, hey, if you prefer to supplement with a B complex, B12, B6, you know, or you can just take a B complex. It has all the B vitamins in it. That's very good also. You know, when you're struggling with this type of issues, you need all of those nutrients in the body to get the body back together. All right, including these herbs. All right. So, do you guys have any question before I go? I said I didn't really want to stay on here too long. I'm just reading the comments. Well, you know, brother, I don't know if I have the remedy for everything, but you know, I'm trying. I'm trying. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think that's what my friend has, the UID. Yeah. You might have to go back yeah, I'm repeating what you're saying is IUD, yeah. You might have to go back, sis, and watch the video, okay? Yeah. But you know, yeah, brother, you know, I try to help. This channel is not just for the sisters, even though it is called the Sisters of Maccabees. This channel is for my people, whether you're a man or a woman. This channel is to help you guys with your health. And I don't care if you're a brother or a sister. If you're having health issues, you come to this channel. If you can't find what you're looking for there, give me a call. You know, I find that there's a lot of brothers that are struggling with manly issues that they're not talking about. I have a gentleman in my family, right? He's not really blood, but he's very close to me. And no, sis, I was talking to the other. I was talking to the brother. Shalom, sister. I'm sorry, brother Greg. How are you, brother Greg? Oh, you just got diagnosed with. Yeah, you definitely need to. When I'm done with this live stream, sister Danielle, you need to. You do need to watch the video again, okay? So anyway, I was saying that I have somebody very close to my family, and the brother is now suffering from prostate cancer, right? And what bugs me is this. I'm gonna tell y'all what bugs me about that, right? The brother is struggling from prostate cancer. So I asked him, this is a question I asked him. I said, brother, before you had prostate cancer, your prostate was, and they were swollen, you know, it was swollen, it was enlarged, right? Which means that you were having issues with urination, right? Brother said yes, he was having issues with urination. That's one of the first signs that you're having issues with your prostate, is that you're going to have issues with urination, right? This is for the brothers now. Y'all brothers need to listen up if you're watching, okay? This is for y'all brothers. So the brother who is now suffering from prostate cancer was having issue before he had cancer, before the cancer started, right? He had an enlarged prostate, and he was having issues with his bladder, urination. So I asked the brother, I said, brother, let me ask you something. So when you were having issue with urination, right, with your bladder, what did you do? And the brother said he did nothing, literally nothing. He said, I didn't do anything. I said, did you go to the doctor? No. I said, well, wait a minute. So you sat down and you were having issues with urination. You did nothing. He didn't go to the doctor. He did nothing. He stayed home and he struggled with this for almost 2 years until it got so bad. And when it got to the point that he couldn't take it anymore, that's when he was diagnosed with cancer. So that enlarged prostate led to cancer. You see what I'm saying? So the brothers, the pride and the shame, I don't know which one is it. Which one is it? Is it the pride, or is it too prideful, or is it just too shame? The brothers are just is it shame or pride, brothers? I don't know, because why a man would sit at home struggling to urinate for almost 2 years until that shit turns into cancer is beyond me. It's beyond me. Why? Why? Ask for help. Go to the doctor is all I'm saying. You don't sit around with, when a man is having prostate problem, man, and you start having issues with your bladder, you're gonna realize that you're either you're gonna have a problem peeing, you can't pee, or you're peeing too much, or it's going to be shooting a little bit here, a little bit there. There's going to be issues with the bladder. You see what I'm saying? And at that point, you got to ask yourself, what's wrong with me? Something is wrong. And I got to go figure out what's going on with me. You can't sit around knowing that you're having issues with your pee. A lot of brothers, when they're having this issue, now they can't have sex with their wives because you're having urination problem, meaning you can't control your bladder, you can't control your pee, so you can't be engaging in no sex with your wife now. So you're having that type of issue and you're not even going to the doctor to see what's going on. That's some pride problem. That's a lot of pride, brothers, or you're just ashamed or what? I don't know. So you guys, if you have that type of problem, you got to seek help, my brothers. You got to seek some help, man. And the brothers who are struggling with ED, erectile dysfunction, right? I can't tell you how many. Well, first of all, erectile dysfunction is one of the easiest things to fix. Ding, ding, ding. Hello. Erectile dysfunction is one of the easiest things to fix. Trust me. Very easy to fix. And there are brothers that are struggling with this and are refusing to ask for help. And I know I talk about this all the time. I'm constantly talking about erectile dysfunction. Why? Because I get the emails from the brothers, right? I get the inbox messages from the brothers. So that's why I know that brothers are suffering from this stuff, right? But a lot of them are not seeking help because they're either too ashamed or they're too prideful. If you're having erectile dysfunction, it's not going to get better by staying silent. You need to ask for help. If you ask me for help, I'm not going to call ABC News and broadcast your problem. I'm going to help you with your problem and help you fix your problem. And that might also help you save your goddamn marriage if you are married to a woman. Because when you're having problem with your, situation, the woman is not getting satisfied. Let's keep it, as my husband would say, let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? If you're having issues with erectile dysfunction, your wife, it's not just you. It's both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take care of it, brothers. If you don't know what to do, hit me up, man. Hit me up. Listen, when you're having erectile dysfunction, brothers, what's happening to you is you're having an issue with circulation, okay? The blood is not circulating properly in the system. Stagnant, okay? The blood isn't circulating. And also, understand that if you are having issue with erectile dysfunction, that is the least of your problem because you are also at risk for a stroke and a heart attack. Because once the blood is not circulating properly, it means that you're having issues in the arteries. Yes, the arteries. The arteries are clogged up. Okay? Arteries are clogged up. And once the arteries are clogged up, you're going to have issues with circulation and issues with a stroke and a heart attack. So you sitting there with a erectile dysfunction, but you might also get a stroke and a heart attack. So don't be embarrassed. Ask for help, because you might be saving your life. If you have erectile dysfunction, you might want to ask for help, because you might be saving your life, because there's a possibility that you might get a stroke and a heart attack, because that's what's happening to you. The veins are clogged up. The arteries are clogged, okay, or partially clogged, because the blood isn't flowing properly. So you got to ask for help, brothers. Ask for help, okay? All right. And sisters, man, those of you who are struggling with hormonal issues, you know, if you wake up every day and you're always angry and you're always feeling depressed and anxiety and all that nonsense, you got to ask yourself, what's wrong? Something is going on. Something is not right here. A lot of the times, anxiety and depression and other psychological problems has to do with a lack of nutrients in the body. Lack of nutrients in the body, okay? Most of the times, that's what's happening to you. Lack of nutrients in the system. So we got to get some nutrient back in the system, okay? When the brain is deprived of nutrients, hello, that's a problem. Brother Greg, what you need help with, my brother? Yeah, her early detection. You're right. That's why they say black men are at a higher risk of getting a lot of these illnesses, and one of the reasons for that is because most brothers don't go to the doctor, because most brothers don't have health insurance, and most brothers, let's keep it real, right? The study says that black men suffers and die faster. You guys are at the top of the list, dying from prostate cancer, right? And the study shows that the reason why you guys are at the top of the list is because of poor health care. You don't have health insurance, so you don't go to the doctor because you don't have any health insurance. And even when you do have health insurance, black men are not really trying to have somebody, check their prostate, because when you have your prostate checked, the doctor has to go up your rectum. Okay, that's where the prostate is. And before I go there, right, I find that a lot of brothers don't even know where they're. I was down in where was I? My husband and I went somewhere a few months ago, and I was sitting down with a couple of brothers, and we were talking. And would you believe that a lot of brothers don't even know where their prostate is or what their prostate is? Believe it or not, they don't even know what their prostate is. That's not good. That's not good. Your prostate is in very close proximity to the rectum. So when the prostate is getting checked by your physician, your healthcare provider, they go up the rectum, right? They go up the rectum. That's where they go to check your prostate. It's right there next to the colon, the rectum, right? The colon is an extension of your rectum, right? And the prostate is in very close proximity, and that's why when they're checking the prostate, they go up the rectum, right? So a little tip for you brothers to keep your prostate healthy: you need to have a footstool in your bathroom right in front of your toilet, okay? I know I've said this a million times already. You need a footstool in front of your toilet, because when you are pooping, your knees need to be extended. Your body needs to be in alignment, okay, with the colon for when you are going to do the number 2, okay? A lot of the time, prostate issues has a lot to do with colon problem, okay? Yeah, so you do need a footstool in front of your toilet. You don't have to believe me, but you can go do your own research, all right? A footstool. We have 3 bathrooms in this house. One of them we don't really use because it's just me and my husband here. And we have 2 footstools in front of the 2 bathrooms upstairs, okay? So we do use footstools in this house, all right? Very important. Brother Greg said you have thin vein. That's something I'm going to have to get back to you with. I'm going to have to get back to you with that, Brother Greg. Thin vein. I'll get back to you with that. If I think that's you. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you're the Greg from our Facebook group. If you are, I will speak to you in your inbox about that. All right, I'll get back to you with that. Squatty potty. Yes, sis. Yeah, I'll get back to you with that, Brother Greg. Okay, I will. Yes, Sister Sandra. That squatty potty, according to Sister Kelly, it does work. If you are suffering from constipation, that squatty potty will help you a lot. Okay, and if you are suffering from constipation, that's a problem in itself. Is there anybody on this live suffering from constipation? Let me know right now, because constipation leads to stomach cancer and other things. And for those of you, sister, who are suffering from uterine fibroids, you cannot be constipated. Ever! You cannot be constipated. Because if you are constipated, it means that you have waste sitting in your gut. When you're constipated, right, it means that your poop is not leaving the body, right? The waste is not leaving the body because you're constipated. So you have waste sitting in the body. And if you have fibroids growing inside of you and you have waste in the body, that waste is going to be feeding your fibroids, and your fibroids are going to be growing faster. You understand? So you cannot, if you have uterine fibroids, you cannot be constipated. Okay? Yikes. You're constipating during pregnancy. What's going on with your diet, sis? What's going on with your diet? You know, it's funny. I spoke to a sister who had a newborn baby, and she told me that she don't drink water. She said, I don't drink water because I don't like water. It doesn't taste good to me. I said, what do you drink? Juices and sodas. That's a problem. That's a problem. I don't know what you're drinking. I mean, you know, I don't know what your diet is like. So it's a little tough. I can't tell you to do a cleanse because you're pregnant. But I would have to know what your diet is, what it is that you're eating. If if you're constipated, you might want to stay away from food that cause constipation. Bread, anything that is made with flour, okay? Processed food that are made with flour. No. Constipation is not normal. Constipation is not normal at all. Okay? Not normal. Sickness is not normal. When did sickness become normal? Sickness is not normal. Constipation is not normal. Let the doctors tell you foolishness. Constipation is not normal. You shouldn't be constipated. When you're constipated, now you have a child growing inside of you, and then you have waste sitting in your gut while there's a child inside of you. You see the problem there? If you have a baby growing inside of you, you should not have waste sitting inside of you. That's going to mess up the baby. We can't have that. So we're going to have to talk about your diet. Hit me up, sis. Hit me up. Hit me up. Because it's not normal to be constipated. Whether you're pregnant or not pregnant, you shouldn't be constipated. You have a life growing, and you have waste sitting in your gut. That's gonna affect the baby. You see. So nah, that's not normal. That's not normal. And like I said, if you're eating bread, if you're eating pasta, any type of processed food that's caused constipation, yeah, that's going to contribute as well. All right. At this point, you should be maintaining more of a liquefied diet. Okay. Soups, lots of smoothies, lots of homemade juices. And these are the things that you should be feeding the baby with anyway, because the baby needs nutrients. You see, baby need nutrients. Bread doesn't give nutrients to the baby. So you gotta get off the, I don't know what you're eating, but if you are eating processed food, and I know women get a lot of craving when they're pregnant, they go to McDonald's and Burger King and Popeye's chicken and all that nonsense. No. All right. You guys have any other any other question? Any other question you guys have? Did y'all hit the like button? And did y'all share this? Sister Gina says she's suffering from constipation. What's going on, Sister Gina? Why are you suffering from constipation? What's the deal? Talk to us. What's the matter? What's your diet? So if you're not pregnant and you do if you're not pregnant and you're suffering from constipation, the first thing that you want to do is a flush. You want to flush the system. Okay, try and flush the system and try to move. Flushing the system is going to, hopefully you guys are listening to me. Flushing the system is going to help move waste out of the system. Okay, so Sister Gina, if you are constipated, hopefully you're not pregnant, okay, do a flush. And a flush is going to start loosening up all that waste that's sitting in there and flush it out of the system. If you do it once and it doesn't work, wait a couple of days and do it again, okay? Because there are some people who are so backed up. One cleanse doesn't really work. You know what I mean? I've dealt with people who, so backed up that we had to do it a couple of times. You know what I mean? So you need a flush, sis, and I'm going to show you where the flush is right now. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you where that flush is right now. Here we go. We're going to come back to this website called Grassroot Botanical. We're going to go to where it says Cleanse and Flushes. Cleanse and Flushes PDF. These are not actual product. It says click to download. You'll be downloading these things, and they are instructions on how to perform these things at home. Okay, so we're going to go to the gallbladder flush. And here we go. Gallbladder and liver flush, right? There you go. You're going to download it and you're going to follow the instruction. Okay. 28-day detox. All right. Well, let me know how that works. Does a detox include a flush? And if you don't know what a flush is something that that is going to go in the system and loosen it up, and it's going to have you go into the bathroom. If anybody is telling you to do a flush, a detox, right? Let me say this, guys. Let me say this. If anybody is telling you to do a detox and it doesn't include you going to the bathroom for at least a day, and I mean going to the bathroom to flush out all that junk and gunk and gook and crap, that's not a detox. A detox should have you going to the bathroom at least once. You know, at least one day out of all the days that you'll be doing your detox. You should be going to the bathroom. I know when I say going, I mean you'll be home close to your bathroom, because you'll be running to the bathroom, pooping for a couple of hours maybe. Okay, because you're going to be cleaned out. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Hey, shalom, peace, queen. How you doing? How you doing? Shalom, shalom. I don't want to be on here too long. So if you guys don't have any more questions, I'll just get off the live. You guys, let me leave mine. Listen, Sister Kelly, what you talking about? 4 changes of underwear. Sister Kelly, Lord. Sis, you're killing me. She say 4 changes. Okay, let me try and keep my composure here. Sister says 4 changes of underwear. Sis, is that what happened when you did that flush? Oh man, right? You guys stay close to that bathroom, sis. Man, listen. If for those of you who have never done this flush, okay, the gallbladder flush, listen to me, okay? It cleans you out. It's going to clean you out, which is a good thing, because a lot of the times you have waste sitting inside of your body, and it's preventing your body from absorbing nutrients from food or from your herbs that you're taking or your supplements. You understand what I'm saying? So if you begin to take herbs and supplements and whatever, and drinking your sea moss and all this stuff, right? And you have a lot of waste sitting in the body, it's going to be very difficult for the body to absorb the nutrients that you're trying to put in, because you have a lot of waste sitting in there. So that's why I always tell people, before you go on a protocol to eliminate illness from the body, you need to do a flush to flush out the waste that's been sitting in the body. Flush it out first, and then you will begin to take your herbs and all of your natural supplements and herbs and good, plant foods and all that good stuff, and the body is able to better absorb those things and all the nutrients from those things. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. I wanted to put my number in the give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so I'm going to put my number in the chat. This number is my consultation number, okay? If you guys have any questions, that you want to talk about privately, this is my number, okay? I'm going to put it in the chat right now. There it is, right there. Hopefully you see it. Yeah, I'm sick so bad it's affecting my eyesight. Sister Gina, I just put my number in the chat there. Hopefully you see my number there. You might want to take it down and give me a call if you will. Your choice, all right? I don't know what's if you're that sick where it's affecting your eyesight, that's a problem. And you said that you were constipated, which is very worrisome. It should be for you, because it is for me. Constipation long term will lead to stomach cancer, okay, in other things. And if you still have your uterus, it might also lead to uterine fibroids as well, okay? So you know, you might want to utilize that. Yes, that is serious, Sister Kelly. You might want to utilize that number there, okay? That's your choice, all right? It's not good to be constipated at all. And also get yourself a footstool. That might help, okay? Change your diet. If you get up every day and you're eating bagel and bread and sandwiches and all this dried processed food that is moving slowly through the system. She says she don't see the number. I'm gonna post it again. Okay, I'm gonna say it out so you guys can hear me. It's 888-936-3378. That is my consultation number. 888-936-3378. Okay? All right. It's not good to be constipated at all. That's very serious. Okay? That's very serious. And you do have fibroids, which is a problem in itself. You can never be constipated with fibroids. Never. So hopefully you learned something from this video. If you weren't here from the beginning, I urge you, when I get off of this live, you can start watching the video from the very beginning, okay? Because I did mention a lot of herbs here today, and I did also share where you can find the herbs in the formulas, so you can take these herbs. Black women are suffering a lot from this problem, man, and they don't know what to do. My little sister back home in the Caribbean, those of you guys, if you watched my first video that I did on uterine fibroids, you might have seen me, heard me talk about my little sister, okay? And she's the reason why I started studying this and researching this. She almost had her uterus taken out. Doctors told her that they were going to take it out, and I told her, no, hell no. Hell no! Right? And so my sister was bleeding for months. Bleeding. When I said bleed, well, I mean she was bleeding for months. There were months, 2-3 months at a time, where my sister would constantly just bleed, and she didn't know what to do. And anyway, long story short, I sent her a list of herbs that she needed to take, which happens to be these. Okay, one of the herb was saw palmetto. That's one of the herbs. And it's funny, she didn't know what any of these herbs were. And she happened to be walking down the block from her house. And she saw the saw palmetto plant in her neighbor's yard. And she wasn't sure what it was. And she went over there and she asked the neighbor for some of the saw palmetto. And she took it home. And sure enough, it was the saw palmetto. And needless to say, she added it to the rest of the herbs that she had. And long story short, this is years later. I'm talking about a few years ago. My sister doesn't have that problem anymore. No more bleeding. No more of that. Also, she did have to change her diet. I made it very clear that she had to clean up her diet. Okay. So she did change her diet. She made some drastic changes to her diet, and she took the herbs, and no more bleeding. She haven't had that problem in years. I mean, y'all know my sister. If y'all don't know my sister, she's on that Jamaican CMOS group on Facebook. That's who I'm talking about. She had that issue years ago, and she got rid of it. Yes, ma'am. Sure did. So when I tell you guys that you can fix this, you can fix it. It's not an overnight fix, but you can fix it. Now, the tumor, not the tumor, I mean the growth, you know, those little growth, or even if it's a tumor, they might not go away right away. But as far as the bleeding and the pain and all this other stuff, you'll start to see that going away sooner. And then if you continue this lifestyle and taking the herbs, especially this red clover right here, right? You'll begin to see the tumor shrink. But you got to go to the doctor. First of all, you got to go to your doctor and you got to look at the size of your tumors to see how big they are. The doctors need to tell you what the centimeters of your tumors are. You know, if you do have tumors inside of there, they need to tell you how you know, the size. You need to get that result from your doctor. So that way, when you do this protocol here, right? When you get on this protocol, and you are fixing this problem, 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, you want to be able to go back to your doctor and take a look again at those tumors. And then you'll be able to see whether the tumors have shrunk. You see? Because you won't know if you're making progress if you don't have a before and after result. You see what I'm saying? So before you begin this protocol, you need to go to your doctor and you need to have them, you know, do a full checkup and look at the uterus and see how big, see the size of your tumors or your growth or your, you know, fibroids, right? They need to tell you that you need to get that result. And when you get on this protocol and you get on it for real and you do it, right? 90 days, 6 months down the line, you want to go back to your doctor and you want to go do a full physical again. And then the doctors will be able to see whether you have had any result in shrinking those fibroids. You see what I'm saying? You want to be able to see if you're getting any type of result from what you're doing. So that's my my advice to you guys. Go to the doctor, check to see what's going on, check to see how big your fibroids are, right? And then you get on this, and then you go back 3 months, 6 months later, and check it again. You should be able to see result. There was a sister in the group a few months ago. She came in the group and she told us, I don't know if some of you guys that are in the group, you might remember, she came in the group and she gave her testimony about the fact that she came to me about a year and a half ago. And, you know, I put her on this protocol here, and she mentioned that her fibroid tumors were around 6 centimeters, I believe it was. And she says at the time when she came back to the group, she said her fibroid tumor went down to a somewhere 5 centimeters. So they were shrinking. They were shrinking. I'm gonna go in the group and I'm going to look for that post and I'm going to repost it again so you guys can see what post I'm talking about. There's a sister in the group on our group on Facebook. She did came and she gave her testimony that this protocol, I put her on this protocol almost 2 years ago, and she came back to the group and she gave her testimony and she talked about her tumor and how the tumor was shrinking. You know, her fibroid tumor was shrinking. Okay, so it's working for her because she's following the protocol. She's following it. All right. Okay. All right, guys. I keep saying I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get off now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Okay, thank you for tuning in and thank you for listening. All right. You know, it's good to listen, but it's also good to put this information to use, man. If you are struggling with problems, you got to put the info to use. It works. It is. Listen, why y'all think I do this? I'm a living testimony of a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff, man. Years ago, I had asthma. I had a whole bunch of, what do you call that stuff? Allergies. I had little fibroids growing on my crap. You know what I mean? I was messed up here. This is why I do this. And I said to myself, hey, if I can heal, so can you. But you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. You can't be lazy. And another thing, too, y'all sister got to work out. You got to work out. Before I go, I need to say this. You sisters have got to work out. Right now, I have something going on in the group, right, where I'm encouraging the sisters to do 100 sit-ups every morning when you wake up. 100 sit-ups. It's not that hard, man. It's not, you don't have to do it all at once. You could do it, maybe you can get up and walk around and go back and do it again. You know what I mean? But you got to work out, man. You ain't got to go to the gym. You don't have to, be some weightlifting crazy person, but do a little bit of workout. When you wake up in the morning, do some stretching. Maybe do some pull-ups. You know what I mean? I have a machine downstairs there. I have a pull-up machine, a whole machine. I use it, right? When I wake up in the morning, I do, well, I'm way past 100 sit-ups now. I'm all the way up to about 130, 135 so far. Okay, that's what I do when I wake up in the morning. I do some sit-ups, some crunches. You know what I mean? Get all my crunches in, and I have some dumbbells right here in my room. I'm literally sitting in my room. I got some dumbbells that I use, straighten up the arms and stuff. You know what I mean? I do some push-ups, I exercise. And you guys have got to exercise. I'm talking about your woman, especially you sisters who are, getting pregnant. You gotta get the blood flowing, man. Before I'm talking about even the ones that are trying to get pregnant. You know what I mean? You gotta work out. It does. You know what? It doesn't even matter what you're trying to do, young or old. You gotta get some exercise going, ladies. Exercise, man. You don't have to be a pro or professional. Exercise. A lot of our sisters are overweight. You got that what do you call it? Love handle, big tire waist going on. I'm keeping it real, sisters. Come on now. We come on. Get in shape. Work out. Get the blood flowing. This is not just, listen, I tell people all the time, this is not a recipe channel. Our group on Facebook is not a recipe group. Okay, it's not a recipe group. I do share, recipes every now and then, but it's a health group. Okay, and health deals with overall health, including mental health, physical health, exercise, all of this combined. We gotta work out, sisters. Okay, when you come into the truth, you don't just come into the truth and relax. We gotta keep going. We gotta work out, man. Don't sit around getting fat and lazy. I'm keeping it real today. Sisters have, listen, I'm tired of seeing fat sisters. I'm sorry. I'm keeping it real, man. Seriously. I'm tired of seeing sisters that are out of shape. You know what I'm saying? You got to find, listen to me, ladies. Listen to me, right? You got to find some time for yourself, right? Even if you have children, take them to grandma, right? 30 minutes, 30 minutes, even 3 to 4 days out of the week. You can't afford 30 minutes of each day for yourself, sisters, to just get down and do some sit-ups, maybe do some stretching, right? Take the kids to grandma, leave them with daddy for a little bit. I don't know, maybe the friend, something. I'm just saying, you got to take care of yourself. All this fibroid problems and PCOS problems, that I get it, but you still got to work out, because that's also a part of healing. Working out is a part of healing. You got to get the blood flowing. So I am challenging the sisters to work out. Work out, man. Yes. Well, there you go. I use the exercise band and pick from Pinterest for full. Well, there you go, Sid. There you go. Good. Good. Do something. Go for a walk. Go for a walk. Listen, if you live in a warmer climate, okay, what's stopping you from when you wake up in the morning? I don't know what your schedule is, but if you can put in 30 minutes walking down the block, swinging your arm, right? Walking down the block, just 15 minutes down the block, another 15 minutes back home. That's 30 minutes. That's your exercise for the day. If you can't do it in the morning, listen, you know what I used to do when I used to work at the hospital? I go to the hospital early, right? When I leave the hospital, before I go home, I take my little workout outfit. I change at work before I leave. Jump in my car, and before I go home, I go to the park. I go to the park. Yes. And I work out 1 hour. Then I go home. You see what I'm saying? Or I go home, park my car, and I go walking down the block. And I come back home. I mean, there's so many options, but you can't just sit around and do nothing, sisters. You gotta work out, man. You gotta work out. There you go. There you go, Sister Natasha. I'm trying to encourage my sisters to work out, man. We can't just sit around and get sloppy. Come on. Tough love. That's what I'm giving y'all today. A little tough love. Okay? Some of y'all might not like it. I'm okay with that. But I'm giving y'all a little stuff, tough love. We can't sit around and be sloppy. You know why? Let me tell y'all something. When shit hits the fan, and it will, okay? Maybe not in our lifetime, but if we don't teach these things to our children, if we don't adapt certain lifestyle and teach it to our children, come on, what are you passing down to your children? If shit ever hits the fan in your lifetime, right? And we're out here struggling. Some of us have asthma. We can't even breathe. We can't even walk a half a mile because you're behind, can't breathe because you got asthma. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. Get your body right. And this is not just for the sisters. I'm talking about the brothers too. There are brothers out there who just don't give a rat's behind about their looks, their health, their nothing. You know what I mean? Just walking around sloppy, just, not taking care of their health, nothing at all. And that goes for both brothers and sisters. We got to get it together. We're talking about this. Let me tell y'all something. Do you know, you see Esau out here? Have y'all ever seen Becky out here? Even in the wintertime, jogging down the block in her little jogging suit. How many of y'all see it? Come on, let's be honest. How many of y'all see Becky just jogging all the time? How many of y'all see Esau just jogging? Seriously, they're trying to get their health together. We got to get our health together, man. Come on. If we're not going to take the herb, at least exercise, for God's sake, man. This is all, balance. We got to exercise balance. I talk about herbs a lot, but I talk about, herbs and healthy eating, but I don't really talk about exercise a lot. I do it behind the scene. I just don't talk about it a lot. My husband, y'all know my husband, Priest Anyahala, right? He exercises. Y'all see him in the gym. Sometimes he go to the gym and he, he do these lives and he's lifting weights and, he's the weight crazy person, whatever, right? That's what he does. My husband is a trainer, actually. Okay, he trains people. He doesn't do that right now, but that's what he does. He had his training license, whatever you want to call that, but that's what he does, and he loves it. You know what I mean? And that really motivates me. Before I met my husband, I was a gym rat. Okay, I was a gym rat. I was in the gym almost every day. Okay, but now I have a little bit more responsibility. I'm not able to be in the gym all the time, but I have things in my house that I work out with. I have dumbbells here. Okay, you guys can go to Dick's Sporting Goods and pick up a couple of dumbbells. They're not expensive. Okay, you can get a little 5 pounds, a little 10 pounds. Okay, we have a machine downstairs that we do different things on there. Okay, sometimes I go try to pull, like a pull-up machine. You can do a lot of stuff on there. You don't even need a machine. Sometimes you can just go down on your arm and do some pull-ups and push-ups and whatever. I mean, there's some sit-ups and stuff. So the point is, work out, do some exercise. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. Y'all get the picture. We can't sit around being sloppy, guys. When stuff start happening, man, and God forbid we out here running around trying to survive. We don't want to be breathing hard because we can't run because we, you know what I'm saying? Our asthma is acting up and all that stuff. We need strength to fight. I'm just saying. Anyway. right, guys. I'm on here long enough. See y'all later. Get to moving. Yes, get to moving. Okay, I will see y'all later, man. I'll see y'all later, all right? Next week, I'm coming back to talk about, listen, hit the like button on your way out, okay? Please, hit the like button on your way out. This video, if there's other sisters out there who needs to, fix their fibroids, you hit that like button, all right? It's going to help, put the video up, in your, what do you call it there? On YouTube. Your timeline, right? So that people can see the video, okay? Hit the like button on your way out and share the video. For crying out loud, share the video. Share it on your page, share it in a group. Just share it. A lot of our women are suffering from this stuff, all right? Share the video, guys, okay? All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sister Natasha. Thank you. If you guys don't have any more questions, I was gonna say next week I'll be back to talk about the 30-day mucusless cleanse that we just finished. Okay, how many of you guys did the mucusless cleanse? Did anybody in the chat here, did y'all do the mucusless cleanse? So next week I'm going to talk about the mucusless cleanse, and if you did the cleanse, I would like to have you on the live so you can tell us what happened. Did you do the cleanse? What did it, how did you feel? Did you lose weight? What happened? So I'll be on here next Sunday, and if you did do the cleanse and you want to get on the live with me, you can, okay? And you can tell us how you like the cleanse, what it did for you, and so on and so forth, okay? Alrighty, love you guys. I do. I will talk to you guys later. Yes, brother Augustus, you gotta step it up, brother. Okay. Listen, I'm up to 130 sit-ups in the morning. Wait, did I say sit-ups? Yes, sit-ups. Yes. The push-up, I'm working on that. my muscles are sore right now, but I'm working on the push-up. Okay, I'm up to about 20 with the push-ups. Okay, they're a little difficult for me, but the sit-ups, I'm good with the sit-ups. All right, so right now I'm up to 130 in the morning. Okay, so I'm challenging you, sisters, sit-ups. Okay, 100 in the morning. Come on now, y'all can do it. Y'all can do it. See y'all later. Love you guys. Bye. No, Sister Kelly, I didn't pass. I didn't pass out, girl. No, once you get I did have the sore, you know what I mean? The sore muscles and everything, but nah, you'll get over that in a couple of days. But sisters, you got a little love handle. You got to start doing the sit-ups, man. And brothers too. Okay. All right. See you guys later. Love y'all. Bye.